How's it going, everyone? So, in this game, we have, as you guys guessed it, HRE Enjoyer as not the HRE. We have him playing as Jeanne d'Arc, spawning in kind of the center northwest-ish on the southeast-ish side. Spirit of the War as Order of the Dragon. We are we are on Cliffside. I forgot the name of the map there for a moment, sorry. So with this matchup, I'm a little concerned for Order of the Dragon, just because our Jeanne d'Arc player, keep in mind that they are an FRE French variant with essentially a Dota 2 hero. And I am concerned for our Order of the Dragon player, just because he'll be able to start harass pretty quickly with Jeanne d'Arc once she does level up to 2. So let me give you a little bit of a rundown for Jeanne d'Arc really quick. Once she hits level 2, she's going to be going around on the map trying to kill as many wolves and the boar as well. Try to get leveled up to 3 as quickly as possible. There's a boar. I haven't seen any wolves yet. Doesn't look like there are any wolves really close by for our Jeanne d'Arc player. That's kind of unfortunate for her. But you do want to try to hit level 3 as quickly as possible. That's when Jeanne d'Arc goes from Woman at Arms, which is, I'm assuming they will be going, since that's going to be the most standard of plays for them. Jeanne d'Arc goes into Woman at Arms, from Woman at Arms goes into a Knight, and we have our Minework Palace getting dropped right now for our Order of the Dragon player, for our dragon, and School of Cavalry coming down for Jeanne d'Arc. So at level 2, Woman at Arms has an AoE that does 20 damage within a 1.25 tile radius, and also a heal that heals for 30% of her allies' missing health. That swings fights drastically. She has the potential to just start rampaging through, going in, AoEing down your villagers. The good thing about the Order of the Dragon is that they are beefier. They're a lot stronger than your normal units. So the AoE isn't going to be taking an instant third to half of their health with just one AoE. She still has to put in a little bit of work to get the remaining kills. We have 5 on wood for our dragon player, 5 on stone, 4 on stone, 5 on wood for our dragon player. To me, that shows a potential 2TC play. As for Jeanne d'Arc, School of Cavalry, gonna have 4 on gold, and just gonna start pooping out as many, or not as many, but a nice little consistent amount of early Knights to apply pressure. The main reason I'm concerned for the dragon for the dragon is because it does take them longer to get those units out. So there's going to be a lot more potential idle time coming through for the dragon. I had it right. The dragon villagers. I don't know. I hate implementing my own little thoughts into these things. Something does have to be done for Jeanne d'Arc. She's very, very strong. At level 2, she has 3 melee armor, 2 ranged armor. So it's pretty difficult to get a snipe off on her. And even if you do accomplish that, she does have a buyback. At level 1, what is it at level 100? Highly unlikely you're going to be getting that kill though, when she's a peasant. At level 2, it's 250. Level 3 is 500. Level 4 is 1,000, I believe. And here she goes. Looks like she's going to be going directly for the boar. No, yeah, she should know where it is. Yeah, they've already been scouted. Hits level 2 when only a few steps away too. The huntable boars do give 50 experience. I think it's 40 for, or 25 per wolf. And depending on the unit cost that you kill from your enemy, will give a varying difference in experience. Second TC does come up for Order of the Dragon. Archery range is about a third of the way done for HRE Enjoyer. Extremely misleading, playing as Jeanne d'Arc. So if I do refer to him as HRE, yeah, please forgive me. Very standard play coming for Jeanne d'Arc. They play very, very similarly to how the French do. There isn't that big of a difference whatsoever, unlike the other variants with the Abbasid and the Aobids, Chinese, and the Zhuji dynasty, or yeah, and HRE to Order of the Dragon. The French and Jeanne d'Arc, very, very similar. Major difference being straight up just Jeanne d'Arc, in all honesty. Other than that, you're still going to go for the early night pressure. In feudal, it's massive feudal play. There she goes, gets a wolf kill. Oh, sorry, the wolf is 12. For some reason I thought it was 20 or 25, but it's only 12. Still scoping around with Jeanne d'Arc, trying to get as many wild kills as she can, going for that level 3 as fast as possible. Knights come in, no villager kills yet, going to our Jeanne d'Arc player. That was really good reaction time. No blacksmith yet. No blacksmith, for it's barely coming up right now. So personally, I would have liked to see the blacksmith come up first before the archery range, just for that extra poke damage, or the extra damage when you go in for pokes. It does make them a way bigger. Nice control there for our dragon player. Jeanne d'Arc doesn't even get the charge off on a single villager right there. Instantly gets put into the outpost. A lot of damage coming into the first, or into one royal knight. That's a lot more coming in to try to take that down though. Emergency repair is still available. A little bit of a counter attack, a little bit of a run by. No villagers yet. One got extremely low. The button is highlighted for emergency repair. I don't think it's connected though. Okay, yeah, it is. I guess I could have. What does he see right now? What does our dragon player see? Not much. Gilded Horseman putting in quite a bit of damage. Already loses his scout though. Emergency repair saves the outpost and the 5 villagers that are in there. Does get a knight kill as well for free. One knight is kind of damaged and a second is barely damaged. We have 5 knights, 2 archers, and Jeanne d'Arc for Jeanne d'Arc, with 1 gilded spearman currently out at the moment. And our Order of the Dragon player does try to move out to get the boar. Jeanne d'Arc was already there. Look at that AoE. 20 damage in a 1.5 radius. He is going to be able to get a second one, potentially even a third kill too. Misses, completely whiffs that second AoE. That could have gotten him 3 or his third, potentially a 4th kill as well. Order of the Dragon is backing off, or Spirit of War. If I call him Spirit of Law by accident, sorry. Spirit of the Law. So instead of going for the boar, he's opting just to grab the deer that are right here. 2 gilded spearmen, 1 gilded horseman currently out against 6 spears and 6 knights and 3 archers. Let's see, where did Another little skirmish going on right here. Attempted run by for Spirit of War. The scout is heavily damaged. Out of combat healing going off for Jeanne d'Arc. Should be full health in the next like 10-ish seconds, as long as she doesn't get poked down at all. Massive run by, gets one villager kill, pops the AoE heal as well. 2 villagers down, both spearmen are going down as well, and there's no defense left for our dragon player. A lot of villagers on wood though. He has 1-1-1 so far. I would have preferred to see 2 racks, 1 stable, instead of going for a 1-1-1, in all honesty, just so he could be able to push off those knights. Since his gilded spearmen are a lot beefier than normal spearmen, they're not going to get poked down as quickly as a normal spearman would against archers. Really quick, if any of the sounds are too loud, let me know in the comments. Another attempted run by. Villagers instantly go into the outpost, snipe off the scout. How close is Jeanne d'Arc? Actually, can we even... She doesn't have an XP gauge. I don't see one anyways. First ram comes through. Another outpost. Oh, cancels the outpost. Cancels the farm. Goes back into the outpost. Battering ram is going in. Gonna focus fire down the second TC. Villagers get pulled. A little bit of damage put onto it. Another run by coming up on top. Nice pull on those villagers into the outpost. This ram should be going down pretty quickly. The outpost does come up, and the villagers do make it inside without any more damage. Spearman just gets collapsed on. We're sitting at 11 knights, 4 archers for Jeanne d'Arc, including herself in that army. 4 archers and 2 spearmen for our dragon player. 3 knights sitting up top, just keeping those villagers and that outpost busy. Not much to be done, really. The defense has been really well for Order of the Dragon. Another fortification and arrow slits coming through on the centermost outpost in his base. 39 villagers to 51 in favor of Spirit of War. 17 army to 14 army in favor of Jeanne d'Arc. Spirit of War does... Oh, excuse me. Another little run by coming through right here. 1 villager might go down. No, he's able to pull it back just in time, and they're able to make it back home by the skin of their teeth. There's been a lot of harass coming through for Jeanne d'Arc. Where is the majority of her army? Chilling back here. Another ram is up. 2 idle villagers currently for Spirit of War. Only 4 villagers have went down for dragon, or for our dragon player. The numbers are increasing quite steadily for Spirit of War. He's currently at 6 archers to 5, or 6 archers and 5 spearmen against 13 knights, 5 archers, 1 ram, Jeanne d'Arc. Full walls coming in up north to delay those run bys as much as possible. We should see it fully connected right here as well. Hopefully it's just a straight shot instead of trying to connect it onto the wood line to prevent any chop through. Oh, actually you can't chop through anymore. Nice pick off with those gilded archers. Knights are charging in. He has to pull his spearman to the front. Nice brace. No, Spirit, what are you doing? That was such a good potential defense right there. 6 spears against 12 knights. There's a lot of damage coming through. Jeanne d'Arc hits level 3, instantly pops her Jeanne's champions. Very strong. Plus they have a bonus damage against spears, so they just chop through her own counter. The remaining gilded archers are getting whittled down. Only 2 left. 1 spear up. two Rams are going ham at Spirit of War's base, bringing down the second TC to about half, while also killing a house. The Rams have switched over 1-1 to TC, and the outpost emergency repair should be coming through on the second TC, unless he's just trying to bait it. Jeanne d'Arc is still alive. As I say that, she goes down. We'll see if a buyback comes through anytime soon. 6 spears against 2 archers. They are gilded, they are stronger than your normal ones, but these champions do a lot of damage to spears. 3 knights are still in the mix with the 2 Rams, 1 archer remaining. Okay, there it goes. 2 archers up and running. That was a phenomenal defense by our Spirit of War player. Kept this cool, and now he's going to be able to do a little bit of a pushback. Still sitting, or the villagers are 45 to 53. Spirit of War is still sitting quite far ahead, especially considering that his villagers do take an extra 4 seconds to make compared to your normal villager. But that's what happens when you go to TC. Get that nice heavy eco lead. Sorry for clearing my throat right there. I forgot to mute my mic. Spirit of War is going for a little bit of a push through, or a push out. His gilded archers are sitting pretty vulnerable at the moment. Spears come back to deflect the knights, and his archers are picking off the regular archers. Really, really good, steady play. And he's just keeping his head in the game, making sure no more big mistakes. At this rate, he should be in a nice, good position good posture to start positioning himself for a lot of potential poke damage as well. Knights are trying to pick off a little bit of the reinforcements, also giving the reinforcements a bit of a runaround. Now he's pushing out with 13 spears, 7 archers against 9 archers and 7 knights. Jeanne d'Arc has respawned. It doesn't look like it was a buyback. It was the actual 2-minute respawn timer that she has. Or yeah, I think it is a 2-minute respawn timer. These knights are putting in a lot of damage. Spirit of War needed to split up his spears a little bit right there, so that AoE wouldn't just completely chunk his army, which it kind of did. That does so much damage. At level 2, I think it's 25 damage, 35 damage in a 1.25 radius. Jeanne d'Arc is coming in. She's gonna get picked off. Does get a kill before she dies. Respawn, no buyback yet. Doesn't have enough gold for it. Should have it within the next about 10-15 seconds. The economy looks really, really good for our dragon player at the moment. Upgrades are about even for both our players. That is 14 archers, 3 knights for our Jeanne d'Arc player. Nice charge coming off from the knights onto the dragon archers, the gilded archers. Still no buyback on Jeanne d'Arc yet. Doesn't look like either player is really looking to age up to castle quite yet. Almost a full wall up here on the northeastern side. The chop through did make 2 gaps on either side of the wood line. Another outpost coming up. Nice, really nice macro coming through from Spirit of War, our Order of the Dragon player. Jeanne d'Arc has finally respawned, throwing up consecration onto the stables to reduce the food cost of her knights, which is very beneficial. Obviously, these gilded knights are just putting in so much work and are going to be able to pick off a huge majority of those the Jeanne d'Arc archers. Jeanne d'Arc runs in, pops her champions. These units are very, very beefy, very tanky, 5 melee range, 5 melee armor, 5 ranged armor, as well as 14 base attack plus 8 against spears. A few gilded spearmen are overextending. 2 of them get picked off. Meanwhile, 18 archers, 18 gilded archers, 8 gilded spears, and 8 gilded man at arms for our Order of the Dragon player. A little bit of a 4-night run by coming through for Jeanne d'Arc picks off a total of 22 villagers this game, and only 2 for our Order of the Dragon player. Thankfully, he does have 2 TC, as mentioned previously, sitting at 54 villagers, 69 villagers for Spirit of War. So he does have a 15 villager lead. He needs to put another outpost next to his second TC, since the original one that he had here has been burned, has been destroyed. Nice outpost protecting his deer up on the northeast. And Spirit of War is pushing out now. +1 attack, +1 ranged armor, and +1 melee armor for Spirit of War. These spears do need to pull back a little bit to not get poked down by those archers. 24 gilded archers. AoE comes through on the gilded archers, and the focus fire coming down on Jeanne d'Arc pops her heel, starts kiting or running away, not necessarily kiting away. Gilded archers and the gilded spears were able to clean up the 4 knights that were trying to go for a surround. Now the rest of the gilded archers are going to be cleaning up the rest of the Jeanne d'Arc archers alongside the rest of the knights as well. Jeanne d'Arc barely makes it away with 5 HP. She's going to go out of combat and start healing up. Left at 5, coming back in. What an F2 move. GG gets called by Jeanne d'Arc, and the win goes to Spirit of War. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.